President of the John Birch Society, John F. McManus.
The Democrats are out, the Republicans are in, the Republicans are out, the Democrats are in, and the socialistic internationalist program, the pro-UN attitude, continues. The American people are the losers. They are not being given the proper alternatives. And it's the job of the media to do that kind of thing. We like to think, and people in the media like to think, that they're the ones that dig out the real issues and so forth. They don't. They don't dig out the real issues. There are some areas that are off limits. You're not allowed to get into those things, such as the famous televised debate with Clinton and his Democratic opponents at the primary season in 1992. Here he was, a member of the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission, just like George Bush, but none of the opponents of Clinton for the Democrat nomination would bring it up. Tsongas, Kerry, Harkin, Jesse Jackson, Douglas Wilder, it was ground that they would not touch, nor would the media touch. And it was a perfectly good issue.
From World War II to the present, the establishment has maintained its locked grip on the presidency. The subservient media keeps such information from becoming news. After the 1995 bombing of the Murrah Federal Building, information came to light that contradicted government claims disseminated through the mainstream media. One source was Carol Howe, a government informant. She revealed that federal agencies had prior knowledge of the terrorist plot and were ignoring several figures linked to the bombing. Roger Charles is a retired Marine colonel and former correspondent at ABC News. His news team interviewed Howe and obtained confirmation of her testimony.
So here we had confirmation from a government representative in Denver with the McVeigh Prosecution Task Force saying, your facts are accurate. So we think we've got a slam dunk story. It will be a piece of cake to get it on air now because we have confirmation from a government spokeswoman that our facts are true.
The story was ready to air on ABC Evening News, but to Charles' surprise, the story never ran.
A few minutes later, a phone rang. Tom Jarrell from ABC 2020 was on the phone to Thrasher saying the story had been killed for the evening. Didn't know why, but the decision in New York was not to run the story on Peter Jennings' nightly news that night.
In order for the story to air, Charles reworked it following suggestions from New York.
Well, the next morning, Don Thrasher gets a call from New York, and he gives me one of these. I couldn't believe it. I knew what the signal was. The story was not going to go again.
Change Ohio. Okay. I wanted to give you this. It is the Obama Deception. Have you heard about it? This is a huge film online right now, and we're just trying to get the information out.
I have heard it.
We're trying to. It's an Alex Jones film.
Okay.
And we're trying to basically break the left-right paradigm.
I've been on Alex Jones's program.
Have you really?
Yeah. I know him quite well.
I've watched many of your documentaries. There was one where you talked about how a lot of these media members are members of the CFR, and they deliberately covered up a story. The story basically entailed that there was government involvement in the Oklahoma City bombing.
We did a great job on that.
You guys did a really good job.
We haven't done the same kind of job on what happened in 9/11 because we don't know.
Really?
Yeah. If we did know, we'd say so.
I wanted to know kind of, because there's a lot of architects. There's Stephen Jones.
I've read all of this. I think Stephen Jones is, I don't rely on him.
Really?
I've seen him in action. He doesn't appeal to me.
Would you at least maybe support like a new investigation because we have a new investigation?
Yes.
Yeah. We're basically just trying to break people out of the left-right paradigm. We've confronted CFR
People
members.
say to me, do we need a third political party? I said, no, we need a second.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, Professor Carroll Quigley in his book basically stated that both parties were working towards the same.
Oh yeah. Set it up so you can throw the rascals out. There's the quote right on the back of my book.
Yep. Would you actually be able to sign these?
Sure. Tell me your first name again.
It's Anthony.
Anthony.
Will you check out the Obama section? And it's interesting because a lot of John Birch Society members, are kind of in the closet, quote 9/11 truthers. They're at least trying to get the information out because the APA lied to the American people and said that the air was safe to breathe when it wasn't.
There's a lot of lying going on.
This is a pocket constitution right here. Can't go wrong with that.
I'm not going to sign that. I didn't write that.
Thank you again.
Okay.
Thank you again.
Take
Take care.
Good.